Let's talk about Steve getting chased by a goose, shall we? Big old fat, angry Canadian goose. And by the way,
It was a fat one.
never met a fat or happy. They're always fat and they're always very unhappy.
Adam.
They are ill-tempered, those geese.
Why are
dicks.
you fat shaming the geese?
Well, I mean, this time of year they are a little fat. I mean, they did do a quick run up from the United States, and they flew a long way, but put on some pounds down there while they were down there.
Yeah, but it's Gronk pounds. It's muscle. This is off-season training.
True.
Muscle
I would
that
like
they bring
to
back
say
with them.
that the geese is probably big-boned and has a glandular problem, and we shouldn't make fun of the geese's weight.
You might be right.
All I know is
they definitely have
goose.
unbalanced hormones.
The goose was terrifying. And so here's what I was doing. I decided, the birds are getting restless, picking at different things in their cage that they shouldn't be picking at. They need a new cuttlefish. Iggy and Charlie are restless. They clearly, they want to go out, and I'm sure they would like a tea, because they know that word, T-R-E-A-T. They know, treat. I'll just say it. Sorry if I just made your dog go crazy. Look, they could use that. I'm going to walk them to the pet store. It's not far. It's not far. It's a perfect distance to get my dogs tired. So I walked up there, and it took a while, but I was proud of myself. I got all the way up there, and I'm almost at the door, and hey, what's that? I'm like, oh my God! A Canada goose decided to set up a nest right in the parking lot of the PetSmart by my house, and all I saw was it was already mid-flight coming at me, like swooping in like Batman at the beginning of it when Batman's like, guess what? Crime's over! And just, and it was hissing at me while it was flying. And I all I could think to say was, oh shit! And I like jumped out of the way. I was not brave. I was not chivalrous at all. Charlie is a bullshitter. Charlie, who's always barking at the door and sounded like he's going to protect the family. Hell no, he was terrified. Iggy, I already know, is a coward. That's fine. We knew that. So all three of us were just going, ah! And we run in the store. And on my way out, I thought, surely the goose is gone. And then I saw the goose and said, well, surely its temper has cooled. And then it flew at me and started hissing again, and I said, And I actually had to walk around the plaza. I had to change my path because of a bird. Not even a bird of prey, a goose.
If you've never seen a Canadian goose up close, they're
dicks.
They're dicks.
I got bit by one when I was younger.
They're worse than swans. Swans are bad, but geese are worse.
They used to always set up shop in the zoo courtyard. When I worked at the zoo, the front courtyard, and people's first interaction with an animal when they come to the Toronto Zoo, third largest zoo in North America, would be with aggressive Canadian geese coming right at you. And they would all run away. Children would run up to them and then be terrified because geese would actually go for them. But one day, an elderly man, I'm going to say of about 71 and a half, decided no more. I'm going to fend off this goose.
Ooh, bad
with
idea.
Nothing but my stubborn old manness and this windbreaker. So he just wrapped a windbreaker around his fist and was like, yeah! And just tried to...
Falcon punch!
Yeah, goose punch. He was trying to fight off this Canadian goose. There is no more aggressive animal on the face of the earth than the Canadian goose, and I don't like them.
This is the text message I got from Caprice this afternoon. I almost got attacked by a Canadian goose. I was at the Adidas store. I was doing some returns. He was right beside me and I didn't see him. And I guess what happened was she heard hissing. Yeah, she heard the goose hissing and she turned around and the thing is doing the arm flap. Yeah, and
I'm big.
She's like, oh shit! Ran into the store, got out of the way, was afraid to leave. Outside of Adidas, randomly.
Dude, they're dicks. They're total dicks. And I guess because it was so cold, their mating season's a little late.
Yes.
This shenanigans always started
So they
in
haven't,
April.
and you know what it's like when you haven't got laid for a while, and then it's delayed even further.
Imagine you didn't get laid till May. And that is the life of a Canadian goose right now, and they are dicks.
Caprice wrote this. Fuck them. No one ever got laid by fucking attacking people.
All right.
I mean, it seems to be working for them. They continue to survive, right? So whatever.
And they have jerk kids. These jerks
jerk
find
kids.
each other and they jerk mate.
Social conditioning, man.
Phrasing.
Your
And then they
parents are
have
dicks,
jerk
you'll probably
kids.
be a dick, right?
What?
Social conditioning, your parents are dicks, you'll probably be a dick?
That's exactly it. Jesse, how's that coffee?
Pleasant.
Good.
Why do we call them Canadian geese, by the way?
They're Canadian. They're from here.
There could not be a less accurate representation of what the country stands for. They literally hate everyone. That's not what we do.
I got a few tweets like that. Like, oh, did it apologize to you after attacking you? No.
No, you're an American. That's why. You're an American. Only an American would say that. Because Canadians know.
It's not what they do. They're dicks.
No, and they shit everywhere.
Everywhere. And it's bad. There's nothing, there's no redeeming factors
the thing
about these creatures.
Spring in Canada is amazing because the snow melts and then the ground is soaking wet, right? So you want to play in the grass and you can't. And then the geese show up and they shit everywhere. So you want to play on the grass, but you can't. So you're waiting till June and that's when the bugs show up. So you want to play outside, but you can't.
Dude, it's like Monty Python. It's warm outside! And you run outside and then the geese run away! These guys are dicks.